Now, my daddy was a trip to go on a long ride with, because Daddy always had ways of entertaining us. I remember this one time we was driving down to Tennessee, and I'm thinking, Daddy, I'm going to be so bored. I'm going to be so bored. He said, boy, don't you worry about it now. We ain't going to get bored. I got a special treat for you. Well, as you know, when you get in the deep south, they got roadside stands for fireworks everywhere. Daddy pulled up to the first one we came across and whipped out a $20 bill. He said, let me have some M80s. Let me have some M80s and some cherry bombs, please. Daddy came back with his big old bag of cherry bombs. He said, boy, we gonna have the time of our lives. Let's get on the road. When we go down the road, Daddy's driving. He's got this sack of cherry bombs in the bag between his legs. He picks one out and takes the car's cigarette lighter and lights that fuse. I said, my God, Daddy, what are you gonna do with that in the car? He said, boy, I'm gonna throw it out the car. Watch this. Set fire! Back of us, and that thing was just a flaming in the roadway. I said, Dino, why? He said, boy, look at that car overhead there. There's Yankees in that car. Look at that big old Cadillac. You know they're going down to Miami. Boy, get them. I said, all right, Daddy. I lit one of them things. Whoa, and I threw it and landed right on that car's windshield. Look out! But we went on, tearing it up. I said, look at that hitchhiker over there, Daddy. Pull up next to it. Pull up next to that hitchhiker. Yeah. So Daddy pulled up over the side of the road. I said, give me one of them things, Daddy. Give me one of them things. I said, hey, ma'am, you looking for a ride? Well, here's a little something for you. Yeah, have a nice day, huh? Whoops. Yeah. Oh, man. We had us a time. But wouldn't you know it, we're going along. And I wrapped a couple of them together. I said, Daddy, you're going to see a big bang now. So I torched off that fuse. And wouldn't you know, right then and there, in the rear view, I see a policeman. I said, Daddy, he got his lights on. He said, my God. He pulled us over, and I'm holding this thing in my hand. I said, I can't throw it out the window. He's probably pulling us over because he's heard somebody been throwing cherry bombs out the window. I said, my God, what am I going to do with it? Daddy said, give it to me quick. And he sat on it. I said, Daddy, what are you doing? He said, trust me, boy, trust me. He rolled down the window, and the policeman comes walking up along. He says, how y'all doing? Can I see some ID? And sure enough, from under Daddy's tuchus, we hear... looked startled, and Daddy just smiled and said, excuse me, officer. We had the burrito bonanza for lunch.